Do you guys see my charts before? When do you guys start seeing my charts in here? Did anybody see my charts before like 12:30, 12:15? No, did you see them before like a little while ago? I'd say I think 12:40. I've been having some internet issues, so um, I was in here talking, and evidently nobody could see my charts or anything. And then the internet go out twice in the middle of a trade. That was not fun. So I shall stop doing that. All right, guys and gals, are you all pretty green from this morning? D Nice, Gunner, Nick, Todd, Joe. Hey, Mark, what's happening? Kevin, Mullet, Mania, you guys decently green from this morning? Small green, Nick. Okay. Were you in the morning session, Nick? Good, Mullet Mania. Not today. Oh yeah, well you would be big time green if you were in the morning session today. It was happening, man. Were you in this morning, Mark? That's cool if you were. No? Okay. Yeah, we oh, I thought you said okay, yeah, what's happened? No, we did well this morning. Did really well. I had that one trade go south on my MNQ. Thankfully I was able to close it down with just about $150 loss on it. But man, that was in the middle of the internet went out. So everything else 1200 on 1200 between two evals on the MNQ, 3600 so far on the ES on one account, and I'm at 580 on another one. So I'm gonna work on that last ES account that I have right here this afternoon if my internet stays stable. BM today. Yes, sir. One account red, one account green, up 570. Okay, all right. There you go, Joe. Be in tomorrow, hopefully. Good, Nick. All right, cool. Wait, hold on, Mark. You're the person that was in the presentation, right? Is that right? I think Mark's new to us. Welcome, Mark. Yeah, he's new to us. Welcome. Welcome to the Liberty Trading family. All right. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. I think you'll enjoy this group of people. If you've been trading for any period of time, you'll probably enjoy our group of people. We have a really close group here. Ah, Dina, sorry, welcome. Mullet Mania. Thanks, guys. That's so nice of you. I'm not trading this. I can tell you guys that. I'm not doing anything with this stuff right now. I want to wait until we get out of this area. We can do some looking around. We'll see some shopping, window shopping here. Shopping. Do some window shopping. Let's look. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. See if we get some information from it. Yes, it sure is. Hope it doesn't break. What? Hope I don't break it. No, you'll be fine, dude. Yeah, this is trash movement, guys. So we're definitely at a level right back where we came from. Finally got flat at 6620. I think it was like 24 on that other contract I had that I held from last night. So we went from 90. It was like 96 or something like that last night, down to 24. So nice little 60-point short on that one last night. So yeah, this is the area, guys. I'm just gonna wait. We just wait until it gets above or below this area and start trading. Then I'm not gonna do anything in this area. If you're looking at what I'm looking at here, you had support back here. The actual reversal happened just above that, the level up, the reversal happened from. So, and then you had all that chop in Globex last night here. And then you had another little candle that poked around here. And then your nice little doji that stayed in here for 15 minutes at the end of the day yesterday. So let it get out of here. I mean, above I don't know, 80 and below 70, we'll start trading again. And then on the NQ, probably the same thing. On the NQ, didn't quite get to that Globex level though. But you do have some range bound area back here a couple days ago. And this was where it actually reversed from yesterday as well. So I think we lit the NQ and you had the Globex range there and the earlier Globex range. So I think we do the same thing with the NQ here and just let it get out of this little area here before we start doing something with it. That's what we should do, I think. Lots of contracts being traded. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this area. What you got there, Mark? Smiley face. Are you on TradingView? Yeah. Market maker Bob model. Yeah, it's almost perfect. You'll see that we do things a little different here. We do things a lot more simple. We don't use a ton of indicators, a ton of other things. I mean, things like that are good to know and good to have, but it's pretty simple. We have a really simple, straightforward process, and the biggest part of it is using our levels. We like to trade from our levels. I'm not gonna do anything right now, but I will get an ES trade probably at some point this afternoon. Maybe even NQ or MNQ. Could have been running that in both directions on the MNQ with tick century and probably racked up pretty good penny. But the market's too unstable today for me to want to play that game. And I just don't like this area. A lot of chop. I mean, if we finish out here with some chop, I'm so afraid of dropping one direction or the other. I'm trying to think if I want to do an MNQ tick century play here. It might make sense to do it. Sit on the sidelines for a minute. I think the play would be to do a two-direction trade on the MNQ. Oh, what's happening, Rusty? How you doing? Good. Oh, on the it was ES. Yeah. Oh, the short. Yeah. While we're waiting on this to do something that we want to do stuff with. So I could have made the same call on the NQ as well, but the ES was just easy for me. Let me use a 15-minute chart to show you what I was looking at. So this is what I was looking at. I was looking at this, really focused on this level from uh, a week or so ago, and the well, and the whole lower lows and lower highs thing. So the real big thing I was keying in on was the rallies couldn't finish to the upside. These past couple rallies couldn't finish, meaning get to the next major level up here. That was one. Two is the Globex had when I was looking at it, I think it was right here when I was looking at it that it just stalled out. And then I had a level back at back up here at right around 67, 17 ish. Long story short, everything screamed that this should be a shorting, a shorting environment. Um, the other thing is the rally at the end of the day yesterday didn't it didn't even make 50%. So there's a lot of different things that I looked at here. The biggest thing is the basing. That was it. I might have been looking at hourly charts, so I'm not seeing exactly what I wanted to see on that. Yeah, back here. So lots of basing back here. That's what I was looking at, the hourly chart. Lots of basing candles. So again, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. It just led me to believe that this should be a selling environment. And the other thing was, this was the other thing. So they punched at this a few times in the recent past as well. The past week or so, they've punched at pushing it down. Typically, when that happens, so you got these tops that just kind of stay, just kind of meander around, chop around, and the bottoms are V bottoms. Typically, when you have the V bottoms, and this is not something we really teach, but this is what I was looking at last night. When you have those V bottoms and they keep pushing down, there's typically going to be one that pushes down and then ends up looking like what we see today. Um, and that's what we got. So it was just an educated decision, educated guess, if you will. It wasn't really something that I put a couple different things to it, trend lines, channels, all that good stuff. Um, and just looking at lower highs and lower lows, the bigger term trend starting to turn down, and then the daily gave me an idea because we stayed below some significant levels I had on the daily. So all of that added together for me was take a short, one contract. The other big reason on that call, I'll tell you what, really Rusty. The other big reason for me on that call, and probably the biggest reason, is I had three 25 plus point runners yesterday. So I was willing to risk. I was willing to take a little risk on it. Yeah, that's really what it was. Yeah, because that was just what I was wondering. Yeah, I had three 25 point runners, and then it got. So I was willing to risk 30 points on one contract because the idea was that today should have been down, and it was, and it turned out to be nice. I mean, so four, no, five, because I got one today. Five 30 point runners in 2 days. That gives you a little. And this goes to what I was talking about is don't trade your principal after getting past that. I haven't touched my principal in years. I'm not going to, and I live off my trading income. So I don't. Like for me today. Let's see what I'm at so far. I'm just going to do my ES count. So I'm about 4,000 on my ES account so far. So tomorrow, how much will I risk, or how much can I risk for the remainder of the day? I'm gonna say that I'm not going to go back more than 1,000 today to be at 3,000. I don't think that's going to be the case because I'm not made dumb decisions. That's I,000 it looks like, but it's supposed to be 1,000. Maybe less, maybe like 800. Make it like 20%. 20% as my yeah. So usually, yeah, usually I'm pretty darn conservative when it comes to this stuff. Um, What's my NQ? Oh, there it is. Well, I think it's two accounts. So I gotta look at it like this. And yeah, one of them's live, one of them's prop, a PA account. And I've got about a $2,500 cushion in the PA. So I might take one more trade and risk 250 bucks today on that account, and I'm at 36 up on my cash, and I'll probably take um, 750 of that as a risk for the rest of the day max, and then never touch it. I mean, this is what I always try to get people to do. Once you make money trading, that's yeah, don't go back. Yeah, keep it. Don't risk more than that. Pe- it's a hard concept for people to get though. Do you know what? Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. That's what Paul talks about every time too. But if you lose, revenge trade, right? Oh yeah, we're jumping in revenge trades all the time. That's what we're gonna do. I don't think anybody in this club's never seen me revenge trade. I don't think you guys have. I have. I've been known to do it in the past. Huh? Make it do something other than this. Oh, yeah. Well, it's really the same concept that Paul talked about with prop accounts. Don't risk more than X per day. And if you move through if you hit the X, stop trading that account for the day, move to another one. And same thing with your cash account. If you're, it's a little different. If you have a cash account and you make, say you make $1,000, maybe you shouldn't risk more than $250 on your next trade. And if you lose on that trade, come back the next day. Guess what? The odds of you losing uh, uh, 4 days in a row at $250 a day is so slim. It's ridiculous. And so you don't think you're going to accidentally make some money? Um, you're more likely to do that than not. So this it's just such a straightforward concept. And people just don't get it. They don't do it. They don't get that if you just take a step back. You lost on a trade. Doesn't make you a loser. It um, makes you human, just like the rest of us. But that thought process of that thought process of making sure you're only trading with your risk capital that you've made is huge. It does big time for me. Hmm. Yeah, I don't cap my upside, but definitely cap my downside. Oh yeah, yeah. It does. It does with mindset. But again, you lose your first trade, switch accounts, go to a different account. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. Don't really want to do anything. I've seen this. I've seen this movie before. They will do this. They being the big boys and girls. I mean, when we start shorting it, well, 9:40, somewhere around 9:40 is when we started shorting this morning. Um, so you get all these easy moves, and then they sucker retail into trying to get short, keep doing the shorts, and all they're doing is taking stops, get you suckered into more shorts, run it up to you, get you suckered into shorts here again, run it back up. That's all they're doing. So I'll happily stand on the sidelines until they get done doing that. Give me some clean swings, trade that. Look, I mean, but here's the difference. Here's what I'm trying to show on this right here. If you're trading this, like these are nice swings to trade. Like just clean, nice swings all the way down. That one was a little choppy, and a nice one there. This was a double top that I wanted to jump on top of, and I did. And then you had a little break of structure here. You broke this prior swing that is just circled, and that's as a smart trader, us, we see this happen, see things start getting junky, and we say, all right, let's slow down trading a little bit, and we did. We got another. I think we got this short as well, but at that point, when the this morning when everybody was here, we saw that this turned up, and what did we do? We said, let's wait. We pumped the brakes until it did what? Until the money line turned back down. Now, thankfully, I wouldn't trade this manually. This stuff when it started chopping up and down like this, and that was the chop and the fake out. You should have the fake out breakout to the downside and fake out breakout to the upside. Neither finished. So if it weren't for Tick Century, I wouldn't trade it manually if I wasn't scaling into the MEQ. But this is so much harder to trade. Look at the difference if we're just drawing it out, chopping, clean swings, chop, 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 chop. And this, forget that. Not trading this. I don't have anything better to do right now, so I'm just drawing. And you can't predict these moves either. These are novice. Somebody gets these longs here, and they think they're Superman. Oh yeah, I got the long. You got lucky. You got lucky. So what am I saying with all this? I want to see the market get out of this crap, and I want to see it do this again, either down or up. I don't care. I just want to see swing down like that, something smooth, or even the other side, push down here and start swinging back up again. Give me a swing up. I'll take either one of those. I don't care. Don't care. Just gonna say that again. What you want? You want to look at a trade? Yep. Ooh, that was a tough one. Was that the one? I don't. I think I did. I call that one? I don't think I called that one. No. Nice. Okay. So what do you want to talk about it? Right here. Well, when it forms like that, that's what we were talking about the other day or yesterday, I guess, is you've got the price action just stops with these dojis and indecision candles, and I'm always just going to keep doing. After I started doing this, I'm just going to always keep drawing little boxes around these little consolidations and say, okay, I'm just going to wait for one of the candles to break it. It's the easiest way to do it. And as soon as this is probably like a little momentum candle here. Um, I don't know how that formed. I can't remember, but I would have probably been in on this candle. To be honest with you, just because of this form, too junky there, too choppy there. This is what I've been. This is the trade I was looking for all day. The bigger double tops. But I think I mean you did it. So you got $540 out of it. Yeah, that's a good trade. It's valid. I mean, it's definitely the only thing is it didn't get quite overbought stochastics wise. Everything else about the trade looks good. 509. No, that's late. Are you sure it wasn't this trade here? Are you sure it wasn't a 1033 trade? Are you sure it wasn't this one right here? Oh, it's your time. No, it'd be 9:30, 11:31. If it's 10:31 your time, it's 11:31 my time. Mm, yeah. Oh, I thought you were Central. You're Mount. Oh, okay. So it was what time was it your time? 9:31? No way that's possible either. You, you said it was a short, right? Not a long? Did you take the bear flag then? Okay. Still use the break of the structure. Okay, I see what you did. Break of structure. That it works so well. I mean, I don't condone bull bear flags out of the gate like that, but uh, it just once you learn that way of trading, it makes things so easy for you. So easy. All right, hey, look at this. We're finally getting some swings. Let me see if I can get an ES trade. I'll show you guys something really cool here. You want to see something really cool? Let me do this real quick before. All right. Okay, we're gonna go. Watch this. That's gonna be funny. You guys are gonna like this. Let's do. This is cool too. Now watch. Ruler. That's 88 ticks. So, oh, come on. Whichever direction this goes, let's do this. I want to do this. This will be fun. You guys will like this. And then let me. Probably gonna be up. So that would be your upside target when it breaks out. That would be your downside target. Watch how this works. So you could almost watch when it gets out of the zone one way or the other. Well, I'll do this in sim. Let me do it. I'll do it with you guys. This would be a neat little trade to take. I'll show you guys this. Switch that to sim. I'm gonna do NQ. Let's see, NQ. Do I want NQ3 contract? Yeah, sure. It's not. It's not a trade I normally would take, but here, put this. Why did I change that sim? There we go. Huh? For the sake of science, yeah. But watch this. This will be cool. Um, and we can just keep moving this over. It'll be fun stuff. I just went from like relative swing high, swing low, pretty close to it. And so on the breakout here, this is probably going to be to the upside. So you could literally risk from 7 to 87. Your entry would be at probably around 8 to 11 ish. So not a bad one. Actually, you know what? Put my buy stop in. Whilst I still look for an actual trade on the ES here. But I gotta be honest, and Mark, I hope you don't expect too much. I've had a really good morning, so you might not see a ton of trades on my screen. Might not. Things will have to do something real different. Or I'll just play around and sim. One or the other. Don't really care at this point. I'm still really. I don't think I've ever done that. I really don't think I've ever done it. 5 30+ point trades in 2 days on the ES. In case you guys don't know, I'm patting myself on the back. I didn't think there was something. I didn't think there was a thing I couldn't achieve in trading anymore. Let's put it that way. I thought I'd pretty much almost done everything. Big, huge winning trades. Held things for a long time. Big, huge losing trades. I thought I'd done everything. Not that one. I was actually trying to find when I was on break. I was trying to find my records from my trade tracking past when I was really tracking my trades before I got decent at this thing about 4 years ago. Was it probably about 4 years ago? It's probably when I stopped really tracking everything and just started tracking just statistics. But that doesn't mean you guys should be. You should be tracking your trades. You should be until you get to know that it's just ingrained in your brain that you know that when X setup happens, you take it and you can do it blindly. Until you know that, track your trades. I just know what works. Let's see if this does it. If it goes this way, I'll just what do you say? No. Yes, tracking those trades. Track your trades manually. 24/7 12 would be my short. 7-11. 7-11. I'm still sticking with the 306. And I'm only going to use here. Let's look at NQ3 contract. Let's see how many ticks. I'm only going to risk 30 ticks. Watch. All right. What else you guys want me to do? Yeah. I was just about to say dance, monkey, dance. Gargle peanut butter. Oh my gosh. Oof. Well, back in the range now. Back in the chop. Never mind. You know what this is, though, right, guys? It's nothing more than a measured move. That's all it is. Nothing more than a measured move. So it's something I learned a long time ago. When you have these, when you have an expanding like chop or range, most of the time when it breaks that expansion, when it expanded, um, it will go the distance that it broke it by. Most of the time. That was actually a trade setup that I learned a long time ago, and I was like, this is too risky for normal people to take. So I took it out of our stuff because I just I didn't. You don't need it. You don't need this trade setup. You don't need to trade this. This is and it's still any breakout trade, and technically that'd be a breakout trade. So any breakout trade is a coin flip trade. So your bull and bear flag trades, coin flip trades. Now using price action to get into the trade gives you a little bit more of a little bit more of a percentage chance of that being on your side, or a little more. What's the word I'm looking for here? Yeah, percent chance of winning makes it probably less than 50-50, more like 65-35. And that should be a 80% expectancy on that. Yeah, that's it. Why is a retest trade the highest probability trade you can take? I guess we don't need these lines anymore. Watch it. Watch out. Let's see if this works. What was the high here? Yeah, it's close enough. No way. Huh? Yeah. Well, when it breaks out, then it should continue to run. You know, I missed that. That was actually a decent setup on the ES. I was too busy looking at this NQ. That was actually a really decent setup on the ES. Nope. Didn't want to do it, did you? Mm-hmm. I don't. What's my LZT? LZT. Oh, I gotta do. That reminded me. It was a decent little short there too, wasn't it? Well, at least we're starting to get some swings now. Maybe we'll get a trade or two on. Okay, well, maybe it's going to do it on the downside here. Let me look back here. I know we're in a little area of resistance on the ES. In Q, we just bounced our head off resistance as well. Back from these Globex levels. So if this thing turns around and starts going back down, I got no problem starting to short again. What do you guys think? Yeah. And typically what they've been doing, and if you're just joining me, I got, I think some people online watching. If you're joining me, if you're looking at us online, yes, this is Sim. I'm showing people kind of a little thing here. I'm trading the MNQ and ES live. So what have we been seeing? There's a question. Let's start with the ES here. So what we've been seeing is those almost complete reversals, just completely turning back up on all these down areas. So if this turns around and goes back down today, then now we kind of know that we are in a, for the near term, a down market on a larger time frame basis. So, but I think I would still have to see that below that 50. What did I say earlier today? 50, 55. Let's call this low it 57, 55, 57. Got to stay below there. And also only 10 points away. Well, there they go. They're starting to sell it. Oh, let's see if this works. Here we go. Here's your measured move right here. We didn't get it on the long side. Watch that. Bring this back over here. Don't make me a fool, market. Do what you're supposed to do. Go down to the next level. Don't you make me a fool. I'm gonna take this off Sim since I'm not in the trade. I think the bird calls longs. Still, your stop would have started at I think like 22. So you never got that hit. But it may do it on a day like today. This may not work on a day like today because there's just so many people battling over price right now. Why is this not calculating my pivots? I don't get that. The bird says yes, huh? Bird's calling along. Why is it saying this? I guess I'll reload historical data, maybe. Has to be what now? A volume thing? I don't have any of that on mine though. Historical data, insufficient historical data. Here, I'll do this. Data series. Let me look. No, I know what's going on here. I usually have more days loaded. For some reason, it keeps. Hey, the number of days you have loaded. Sorry I didn't say this, but I shorted that hook there in the ES. It's probably gonna take me flat, but got targets off and stuff. Wasn't the best thing. I really wanted to be out of this area before I take another trade. Really would like to see that. So we've been sitting here chatting for an hour. That's not horrible. Chatting for an hour. Need to make my short. What's that? What you got here? We had some fun yesterday afternoon. Oh, monthly candles. Okay. What's he saying? 24718 is the 75% on the candle. Price is trying to hold there. All in there. Yeah, I think there's some institutional involvement there, Mark. Into the fray. Oh, should have tried saying that short, huh? Okay, this didn't work out. Let me look at that real quick. Monthly candle. Oh. You take the look on the daily of the NQ as well. I mean, all signs point to down in the near term. Let's just keep it that simple. Oh, good job, Joe. Um, I'm super tempted to run M&Q two directions, but I don't want to give back any money today. Just don't want to do it. We'll get a trade before things are said and done today. Thanks for convincing me. You're so cute, Grace. Go to the other. She's sitting between the doorways. I'm gonna take a picture of her. Keep myself busy doing some other stuff. Not trading this. Here, I put a little picture of Grace up. She's laying over there. There's my pretty baby girl. I'm not shorting this stuff right here, Joe. Not doing that. I'm gonna wait for this to move a little bit. I don't have to trade the rest of the afternoon. I gotta be honest with you guys. Too good of a morning. I just don't have to trade this afternoon. I'm not. I'm not feeling. I'm not feeling. Oh, Grace. Yeah. Um, Smart not to trade. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. You know what the big problem is, Mark, with a lot of people. I'm assuming that you've traded for a while, or you wouldn't be saying something like that. Is a lot of people are like expecting me to have a trade on my screen all the time. I'm like, no, I'm not going to have a trade on my screen all the time. So thank you for realizing that, Mark. Appreciate that. There's a lot of new people show up. They see all these people out there always constantly rotating through accounts, rotating through evals and prop accounts, blowing them and putting another account up. They're always in trades. I'm like, no, that's silly. You heard I was Magic Man. Hey, what was it? What's my nickname? D Nice. What did they used to call me? Who's here that remembers the old old nickname. Kurt Hudson Magic Man. I do pretty well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got some good trades. There it is. What's up, Sugar Britches? Supreme Sorcerer. And then D Nice changed it to Uncle B. I mean, I'd say $700 on the M&Q in one account this morning is pretty magical. Wouldn't you guys? 3,500. Yeah, I mean, you guys just followed my M&Q trades this morning. You're done. Heck, I was giving Paul trades. And he didn't have any. He didn't have any. He was flying blind the whole time, just pressing buttons that I told him to press. Maybe that's what I should have you guys do. Just turn your charts off and just have the buy and sell button. That's it. Let me tell you when to get in the trade and get out of the trade. Okay, go flat. Okay, get a trade. Yeah, we gotta keep it a little clean here, Mark. Keep it a little clean. We do we do plain old PG in the main room in the mornings, and in the afternoons we crank it up a little bit, get a little wild, crazy at PG 13. Wild and crazy. Any day. Well, next time, here, Joe, let's do this. Next time I say put a sell stop or a buy stop in with me, do it with me. Be ready to do it. Be ready to put that sell or buy stop in. I would like to get one more trade on this one other account here. Yeah, one more. And it's down $130. That's it. One more account that I'd like to get a trade on here. We'll see. No, I'm not gonna do anything here. No, I'm just gonna wait until we see something different than this stuff. Although my idea of doing 2 directions on the M&Q would have been great. We would have started that back here at 1320. That would be like $1,000 right there. Running the grid. That's just too risky for me. And after the swings we've had and the volatility we've had today, you don't know when that push is going to come out of nowhere, and that's what scares me. I don't know. Let's see. I'd like to find something to take action on. You mean teach? Somebody give me something to teach on. Let's do that. Keep us busy for a minute. Or I'm going to record something for YouTube real quick. Let me think about this for a second. What? Well, I use it as because I got to get my tick reversal fixed. Let me see if I have. That's the auto entry tool from our zones with the range chart. That's really the only reason we use it. Let me set this one up and I'll show it to you guys. Show you on the ES here. Let's do trade. Use ATM. ES3 contract. You know, I actually like this. I'm gonna put this on 0.1. Okay. ATR on 18. Okay, just use the ES here. So it just happened to. Um, and now that you look at this on the range, you could totally trade this with a range chart. It looks way cleaner, but you could have went from zone to zone on the range chart. Really, the only reason I started using range chart is because people were having a hard time calculating 9 ticks or on the NQ 31 ticks or on the YM 16 ticks. But the idea behind it is that the reversal typically happens 9 ticks after the low or high, and that's what you tend to see um, a lot of times. But that's really it. So if you're trading range chart here, would look. I bet this would work too. We're staying on the lower side. I don't know if I want to try for a long here. But that's it. I mean, that's really it, guys. I mean, the range chart is nothing more than a measuring stick that measures every 8 ticks for we use 8 tick for the ES, a 30 tick for the NQ, and a 15 tick range for the YM, and it's just to measure. Hey, when do I want to enter trade? So, for instance, here, let's just take the one that happened a minute ago. So if I had this on short, it would have automatically entered me in this trade when this bar turned red on some part of the bar, and then would draw that stop down. So like right here, I could have looked for the long trade, but I don't like it in a down market. So that's it. This would have said right here that you should go long. Now the cool thing about it is if you can time that 8 or 9 ticks right, 9 ticks is plenty. 8 ticks is plenty for you to get 2 targets off and not be worried about it. So the biggest reason we started using it was so that most of the time when that bar reverses, it's going to go another 8 ticks. And so if you're using a first target 4 ticks, next target here, I'm going to do this. I'm just going to like do this, put the short button on, see if it'll take a trade for us. So that's it. I mean, really, it's just to give you a visual to get into the trade at a proper time, knowing that you have a high probability of getting your targets off. And if it doesn't take it, if it didn't go any further after that, then who cares? But most of the time, when that bar reverses and opens, you're going to get that continued push most of the time when it opens above or below the lower or the high bar, and that's all we're looking for is it open. We'll see if this comes up and gives me a short here. That's it. I mean, it's not complicated, guys. Just using it as a measuring stick. That's all. Using it as a measuring stick. But it does make it a lot cleaner. Stretch likes it. So if we're looking at it compared to the ES, Stretch likes a lot of people use the range charts to actually trade off of. I don't necessarily do that, but if we want to look at this objectively, thanks for nudging me in a direction, guys. If we want to look at this objectively, if you're looking at comparatively the tick chart for the past couple hours, I guess, hour or so, or the range chart, which one looks easier to trade here? The range chart definitely looks easier to trade than the tick chart, and it gives you good visual cues to trade. Like that would have been a perfect long, perfect short, perfect short, perfect long, perfect short. Can you see that stuff on this chart? That's hard to see on this chart. That's really hard to see. That's it. That's really it, guys. No more complicated than that. Just a visual aid. Yeah, if you download the zones and download the zones, it's the one in the members area, but it's the signals with zones. Yeah, just go to the members area. Mark, you probably want to get this one too if you have Ninja. Oh wait, no, he's on TradingView. Never mind. Liberty Toolkit or download tick reversal, one or the other. Download tick reversal. That's what it is. That's not. Sorry. Toolkit has the zones and signals in it. And I could even manipulate this a little bit to try to get me in the trade. What? You're cheating. Watch this. I'm gonna try to get it. Try to get me in trade. It's gonna go before. It's gonna go without me. Dang it! I was trying to show off the tick reversal. Mm-hmm. Because my zones are awesome, dude. Yeah. Yep. It will. No, it automatic. You can have it do both. You can have it just give you a signal, a buy or sell signal, like it gave here, or sell signal like here, the arrows, or you can have it auto trade as well. Do auto trading. So I could do the. Yeah, they're awesome. Thank you. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's, look at this. But I know you're not. You're using mine. Look at this, guys. This is it. Price stalls there. You got the long there. Got the short and the long here. I had a level here too. If you guys remember that, these levels back here, my levels work. Do it yourself. Oh yeah, she's getting really good at it. Well, if you notice too today, every short I called, every short that I called this morning on the ES came from my levels. Every single one. The only one that I didn't do was his first touch, but I knew that was a first touch, like a first touch. I saw that reversing. That was the one I took without the level. Hmm. Oh, that was the one at because I called the NQ and the ES at the same time. That was I remember that trade. It was this guy right here. Let me see. I know it if I look at the ES. Let me look at the ES. I think it was that one. I want to turn the long on here, but we kind of moved out of this range. Let me take a look. It looks like it. I want to get it take a trade though. Let's see if it takes a trade for me. I missed it. Put it in. Come on, take the trade. Show off our tool, our super tool. Nope. But you can see how easy you'd have your targets off if you're using range chart on that one. Uh, yeah, it just had the right range chart. The right tick range. No, it was my original nine. It was the original 949. It was that 949 short that I was talking through that with on the NQ. It was so it was kept chopping up, and that's what I was talking about is 949. Yeah. So the NQ was chopping up, and because it was who was it that asked me about the NQ or the ES was chopping up, and I was like, wait a minute. You can put a sell stop at. I gave the sell stops as well. I said you could put a sell stop at where was this at? Because I originally said you could start with the sell stop below this low here, 630. Oh yeah, that's it, 635, and then we moved it up to, and this is where I drew the box, right? And said, okay, now when you get a candle that breaks below this, sell it. That was one chance I had to do that this morning and get the trade. Hmm? 8 for the ES. Missed along on that, but